Good morning, class. So now let's start exercise 2.2, that is multiplication of fractions. Now multiplication of fraction is a very simple thing. Suppose two fractions are given, for example a upon b and c upon d. Now this a upon b and c upon d, these alphabets can be any numbers while in question is given. As a standard form we are taking suppose a fraction a upon b and second fraction whose value c upon d they are given. Now we need to do the multiplication. So what is the process? We will write a upon b into c upon d equal to simply a into c upon b into d. That is numerator into numerator upon denominator into denominator. Example, if it is given 2 upon 4 into 6 upon 2. Now this 2 upon 4, it is coming in place of a upon b. 6 upon 2, it is coming in place of c upon d. So by the method of multiplication of fraction, either we can solve it like this: 6 into 2 12, 4 into 2 8, and then we can cancel, or we can cancel here also, that is 2 2 3 are 6, 2 2 are 4. So this is how multiplication is done. But like rational numbers, the mathematical operators for integers, everything is having some rule. Similarly, there is a rule for multiplication of fractions also. What is the first rule? The first rule says that given fraction should be first simplified and then it should be multiplied. Now what is the meaning of simplified? Simplified means suppose any fraction it is given in such form like 44 upon 66 into 32 upon 18. Now if we will multiply as per the rule numerator into numerator upon denominator into denominator, whatever the product will come, it will have a very large value. Instead of it, if we simplify it here itself, like we know 11 into 4 44, 11 into 6 66, 2 into 9 18, and 2 into 16 is your 32. So now it is in simplified form, and whatever the product we are getting, it will be a small value which will be easy for calculations. So what the rule first says, that the fraction should be first simplified and then it should be multiplied. Let's see it by an example. Suppose a fraction is given like this: 8 upon 33 into 44 upon 9. Now if we simply do 8 into 44, it will be 352. 33 into 9 into 297. Now it's a very larger value. If we are going to cancel it as per the divisibility rule, then also it will take time. But instead of doing this, if we simplify it here itself, it will be easy, like 11 into 3 will be 33, 11 into 4 will be 44, like this. So what will the result come? 32 upon 27. Now if we look to this value and if we look to this value, it is but obvious that this value, which is a smaller value, and it is easier to calculate it for further calculation. So any fraction, if it is in multiplication and if it could be simplified, so first we should simplify it here itself and then we should do the multiplication. Second rule says cancellation of fractions is done only when in multiplication and not in addition subtraction. That means suppose any fraction is given 2 upon 3 upon 9 upon 23. Now for instance, forget this sign of addition. It is given what? 2 upon 3 and 9 upon 23. We know 9 comes under the table of 3, that is 3 into 3 9. But can we do here this cancellation process? No. Why? Because in between there is a sign of addition. So what does the rule says? That cancellation of fractions is done only when in multiplication and not in addition or subtraction. Like there is sign of addition between two fractions, the cancellation cannot be done. If it would have been sign of subtraction, the cancellation could not have been done. But if the sign would have been of multiplication, then we could have done the cancellation. So always remember that when any two fractions they are in multiplication form, that is, any mathematical operator of multiplication is present between the two fractions, then only cancellation is allowed, or else cancellation is not allowed. So now let's straight away come to exercise number 2.2. See, multiple choice question. Let's pick up the second question. The product of 2 whole number 4 upon 7 into 2 whole number 3 upon 4 and 1 whole number 2 upon 5 is, now it's a very simple question. You know, these all are mixed fraction. As I told you in the earlier exercises, that first you need to convert it into improper fraction. So how you will convert? 7 into 2 is 14, 14 plus 4 is 18, 18 upon 7. This I have told you in the previous exercise only. Similarly, we will do for 2 whole number 3 by 4, 4 into 2 8, 8 plus 3 11, that is 11 by 4, and 5 into 1 is 5 plus 2 7, that is 7 upon 5. Now let's see it theoretically. As I just explained, 2 whole number 4 upon 7, when you will convert this mixed fraction into improper fraction, it will be 18 upon 7, 11 upon 4, 7 upon 5. Now it is asking what will be the product of. Product means multiplication, so write down in the form of multiplication all these things. 18 upon 7 into 11 upon 4 into 7 upon 5. Now see class, once again, instead of simply multiplying the numerator upon denominator, first see, can anything be simplified? Answer is yes. See, 7 and 7, 7 and 7, it will be cancel. Then 2 into 2 4, 2 into 9 is what? 18. It will look something like this. When you will solve it, it will come 99 upon 10. Now this could also be the answer, but since the question was given in the form of mixed fraction, so you need to convert this into mixed fraction. 99 upon 10. How this 99 upon 10 is equal to 9 whole number 9 upon 10? See, 99 upon 10, it will go how many times? 10 into 10 is 100, which is greater, that means 10 into 9 is 90. That means 9 whole number 9 upon 10. In this manner only we write the mixed fraction. Yesterday I told you in the exercise 2.1. So this is how you need to do this particular question. Now question number 2, solve the following. All questions are simply, what you need to do, you simply need to do multiplication. Simply solve it. 16 and 3, can it be cancelled? Answer is no. As per the divisibility rule, 16 and 3 they cannot be cancelled. 5 upon 3 they cannot be cancelled. So simply do 16 into 5 divided by 3. See what is the answer. This question, it is in mixed form. First convert it into improper fraction. 5 into 3 is 15. 15 plus 4, 19, that means 19 upon 5. Similarly, 7 into 6, 42. 42 plus 3, 46 upon 7. You need to solve such questions. Let's pick up question number 10th. See, in such type of question, these are also very simple question, but what is the difference in the above and this particular question is that here a sign of addition is present. Now when such types of question come, how you need to solve? First solve the number which are given before the fraction separately and the number which are given after the addition separately. How you are going to solve it? 3 into 2 is 6, 6 plus 1 is 7, 7 upon 3 into 2 into 1 is 2 plus 1 3 upon 2. That means 7 upon 2 into 3 upon 2 plus, what will be its simplified form? Fast. Yes, it's 5 upon 3 into 8 upon 3. So now let's see it mathematically, how you need to write this. See, on converting these mixed fraction into simplified form, this will be answer. Now see, there was a sign of addition between these two quantities. So put a bracket to separate both these quantities or both these fractions. Now instead of simply doing the multiplication, once again remember rule number 1. First it should be simplified. Can it be simplified? Answer is yes. 3 and 3 they will be cancelled. So we are simply left with 7 upon 2, and here we cannot cancel anything. So 5 into 8 is 40 and 3 into 3 is 9. 40 upon 9. But which sign will come here in between? Addition only. Why? Because in the question it's given addition. If in the question the sign would have been of subtraction, then we would have put here which sign? Sign of subtraction. Now see, 2 and 40, they could be cancelled, but will they be cancelled here? No, because as per the rule number 2, we know that if any mathematical operator of addition and subtraction is present in between two fractions, they could not be cancelled. So how you need to solve this? Simply take the LCM of 2 and 9 and solve it. Now it's simply the addition of fractions we have done in the previous exercise. Do the addition. First take the LCM. LCM will be 18. When you will solve it, your answer will be 143 upon 18. Either this could be the answer, or you can convert it into mixed fraction. How? I just told you in the previous question. When you will convert it, the answer will come what? 7 whole number 17 upon 80. Now see question number 3. Find the missing number. These are very simple questions. Here two known quantities are given and one unknown quantity is given. For solving such types of question, whenever there is an unknown quantity, expect the unknown quantity, all the known quantities, transfer it to a single side. That means either on the left hand side or on the right hand side, depending upon the question, and solve it. You will simply get the value of the unknown quantity. Now 3 whole number 3 upon 4 plus question mark equal to 4. We need to find this quantity. So how you will solve it? Write instead of question mark x, write let question mark equal to x. So 3 whole number 3 upon 4 plus x equal to 4. Now once again, first convert it into a simplified form. It will go like this: 4 into 3 12, 12 plus 3 15, that is 15 upon 4 plus x is equal to 4. Now we need to transfer it, but since here is a sign of addition between two fractions and this 15 plus 4, it is a positive quantity, that is plus 15 by 4. Now when you will transfer it on the right hand side, from this is left hand side, the quantity given on the left hand side of is equal to is LHS. So when you will transfer this LHS into RHS, the sign will change. This plus will become what? Minus. So 4 minus 15 upon 4. Now will they be cancelled? No, because the mathematical operator of subtraction is present, and when any such mathematical operator is present, you cannot cancel the terms. So once again you will do what? You will take the LCM. On taking the LCM, it will come 4 itself, because 1 and 4 itself. When you will solve it, your answer will be 1 by 4. This will only be your unknown quantity, that is your missing number is 1 upon 4. Let's see question number 2. It is given what? 12 minus 2 whole number 3 upon 4 is equal to question mark upon 4. This question is just making you confused. It's a very simple question. Instead of question mark, write x upon 4. The solution will go like this: let the question mark equal to x. So 12 upon 1 minus 4 into 2 8 plus 3 11, that is 11 by 4 equal to x upon 4. Now see class, first take the LCM, first simplify this value. When you will simplify it, it will come what? 37 upon 4 equal to x upon 4. Now previously when we were finding x, it was in mode of mathematical operator addition or say subtraction. Now here this x is present in numerator. Now for knowing this value, you need to transfer the term. So how we can transfer it? It is in denominator. By doing the cross multiplication, when we will transfer this 4 on the LHS side, since it is in division form, it will go in which form? Multiplication, that is 37 into 4 upon 4. 4 and 4 will be cancelled. With what number we will be left? 37. This will be your answer. That means when you will transfer this 4 here, from division it will go to multiplication. So 37 into 4 upon 4, 4 and 4 cancelled. That means we are left with what? 37. This will be your answer. Now 9 whole number 3 upon 8 minus 2 whole number 1 upon 8 equal to question mark 1 upon 4. Now once it's a very simple question, let it be x. Now you know when you will simplify it, it will come 75 upon 8. On simplifying this, it will come 17 upon 8. Now how to simplify this term? Very easy. If we are taking x, so it is what? x 1 upon 4. Now when we are converting any mixed fraction into a simplified form, how the process goes like? It goes like this: 4 into x plus 1 upon 4, like this only na. 4 into x plus 1 upon denominator, that is 4. So it will come what? 4x plus 1 upon 4 only. Simply write it in this way. Let's start the solution. When we will simplify it, what will come? 75 upon 8. When we will simplify it, what will come? 17 upon 8. Between both the fraction, what is the operator sign? Of subtraction. Write the sign of subtraction, x 1 by 4. Here you will take the LCM, 75 minus 17 upon 8. Now here, as I told you, 4 into x plus 1 upon 4. If you are getting confused, if any number is given like this, 2 whole number 2 upon 4, how you make it in simple fraction? 4 into 2, like this only na. 4 into 2 plus 2 upon 4. Similar thing you are doing here only. Don't be confused by this term x. Okay, now solve it. 75 minus 17 will come what? 58 upon 8 is equal to 4x plus 1 upon 4. Now when you will do the cross multiplication on simplifying, the value will come what? 28 upon 4, that is 7. Now the last question, find 1/10 of 110 upon 17. Now see class, this of, it stand for multiplication only. Remember we have done the Bodmas rule, vernaculum bracket of means what? This of means multiplication only. Now 1/10 means 1 upon 10. 3 by 6 of 12 meter, 3 upon 6 into 12. 1/10 upon 13 upon 36, 1 upon 10 into 13 by 36. Simply you need to solve it like this. Now let's see it. First question is given what? 1/10 of 110 upon 17. So 1/10 of means multiplication. How you will write it? 1 upon 10 into 110 upon 17. Solve it. Answer will be 11 by 17. Second one was 3 upon 6 into, 3 by 6 of 12 meter. So 3 upon 6 into 12. But remember, I know you can do the simplification. 6 into 12, that will be 6. But since in the question it is straight away mentioned 12 meter, so your answer should also be in the same unit. If it would have been centimeter, liter, anything, whatever the unit is given, or if the unit is mentioned in the question, so your final answer also should be in that same unit. The next one is 1/10 of 13 by 36. Simple, 1 upon 10 into 13 by 36. Solve it. Now fifth question, it's given a quarter of 1000. Now quarter means 1 by 4th part of anything. So a quarter of 1000 means 1 upon 4 into 1000. So 1 upon 4 into 1000. Simply do the cancellation. The answer will come what? 250. Then 3/4 of 5 upon 27. 3 by 4 into 5 upon 27. 9/10 of 100 upon 99. It will be what? 9/10. 9 upon 10 into 100 by 99. This how you need to solve. Now this question, that is 1 upon 4 of rupees 1. It's a simple tricky question. See how you will solve it. 1 upon 4 of rupees 1. I know you can write this thing 1 upon 4 into 1, that will be 1 upon 4 rupees. Yes, it's okay. But this answer will come in paise. Why? See, here it is given 1/4 means quarter of a rupee. So quarter of a rupee means the value is less than a rupee. And what is the value less than a rupee? It is paise. P-A-I-S-E, paise. That means value less than 1 rupee is what? Paise. Now 1 rupee is equal to 100 paise. Let's see it, how we will solve it. 1 upon 4 of rupees 1, that means 1 upon 4 into 1, that will be 1 upon 4 rupees. Now I told you here it is given rupees, but the value it's less than a rupee. Quarter, that means what? Less than rupee is paise. So we need to convert this in paise. Now we know that 1 rupee is equal to 100 paise. So instead of 1 rupee, write down what? 100 upon 4 equal to paise. Now this is simply like the unitary method question. Cost of 3 pen is this. What will be the cost of 1 pen? Remember, we have done in earlier classes. So since 1 rupee is equal to 100 paise, write down 100 upon 4 paise. When you will cut it, it will come what? 25. That means 25 paise. This will be your final answer. Just remember this thing. Since 1 rupee is equal to 100 paise, therefore 1 upon 4th rupee will be, that means what? 100 upon 4. This only we have written here. Okay. So with this we come to an end of assignment 2.2. Solve these questions in your mathematics notebook and the assignment provided. Thank you. Have a nice day.